The genie begged the fisherman to be freed, and after swearing to God that no harm would come to him, and after promising to reward the fisherman handsomely, the genie's wish was granted. A storm of sand manifested in the air and gave rise to a giant genie. With a grin, the genie ordered the shivering fisherman to follow him. They walked for a while, and as they came upon a small pond in the middle of a desert, the genie asked the fisherman to fish from the pond and to bring his catch to the king to receive a reward worthy of service. Soon after, the genie faded into nothingness, and the fisherman found himself alone. After doing as instructed, and after earning a generous amount of money from the king, the fisherman left for home with the sound of coins chinking in his pockets. In the meantime, the fish were delivered to the king's cook to be made into a delicious feast. However, as the fish were sizzling on a pan, a hole appeared in the wall, and a beautiful woman walked out. The cook fainted as the woman spoke with the fish and set fire to the pan, only to disappear back into the wall. Growing restless, the king sent for the fish and could not believe his ears when he heard the trembling cook explain what just transpired. Baffled, he ordered the fisherman to bring more fish tomorrow, and the fisherman obeyed. This time, the king himself waited in the kitchen to see if there was any truth to what the cook had explained. Much to his disbelief, the beautiful woman emanated from the wall once more and set fire to the pan after conversing with the fish. The king vowed to discover the mystery of these fishes and ordered the fisherman to show him where he caught them. Although the pond from which the fish were caught was located a close distance to the king's castle, surrounded by 4 mountains on all sides, he'd never seen it before. Convinced that there was more to this mystery than met the eye, the king decided to stake out the pond at night to see what transpired under the veil of darkness. As darkness shrouded the world, the king laid his eyes on a castle that had remained invisible in light. He approached the castle, and seeing that its doors were wide open, stepped foot inside. The castle was filled with all sorts of extravagances. Beautiful carpets were laid out throughout, and there existed a crystal pool adorned with faucets from which gold and jewelry flowed. Regardless, there was not a single soul in sight. The king was beginning to grow restless when he suddenly heard a faint sound. Following the sound, he came across a curtain, behind which the silhouette of a man could be seen. He slowly pushed the curtain aside, only to see a wailing young man with his back turned against the king. The king gave his regards to the man and asked who he was. But that is a story for another day.